You think luxury sedans are calm, quiet, and built for comfort? Think again. What if I told you that the king of comfort, the Mercedes S-Class, has been turned into a 930 horsepower monster that can outpace supercars on the Autobahn? This isn't just fast, it's terrifyingly fast. We're talking 295 kilometers per hour in a car that still massages your back and cools your seat. It's the fastest limousine ever unleashed. But can it really handle that much power while staying true to its luxury DNA? Stay tuned, because today, we're about to find out how far the limits of sophistication can be pushed before it turns savage. For decades, the Mercedes S-Class has stood as the ultimate symbol of luxury, refinement, and authority. It's the car that chauffeurs the world's most powerful people, from business magnates to presidents. Every generation brings new innovations, whether it's safety tech, self-leveling suspensions, or the most advanced interiors in the industry. But this one is different. This isn't the S-Class your driver takes you to dinner in. This is a 930 horsepower S-Class, tuned to perform at levels that seem almost absurd for a car of its size. Developed by performance specialists who wanted to blur the line between luxury and lunacy, this version pushes boundaries that even AMG's engineers might raise an eyebrow at. What makes this car fascinating isn't just the power figure. It's that it still looks like a classy, understated luxury sedan until you press that accelerator. Then it transforms into something entirely different. And that's what makes today's review special. We're not just looking at another fast car, we're exploring how far refinement can go before it crosses into the territory of pure adrenaline. Is the 930 HP Mercedes S-Class the perfect fusion of comfort and chaos? Or is it a beautiful beast that's simply too wild for the road? Let's dive in and find out. Let's start with what you see first, the design. At a glance, this S-Class looks like any other executive limousine, sleek, elegant, and authoritative. But look closer and the details start revealing its true identity. The lower air intakes are larger, the stance sits lower, and those 21-inch forged alloys give off serious performance vibes. Behind them, massive carbon ceramic brakes are ready to tame all that power. Then there's the heart of the beast, the engine. Under the hood lies a hand-built, twin-turbocharged V8 that's been heavily modified to push out a staggering 930 horsepower and 1,100 Newton-meters of torque. That's supercar territory. Actually, it's hypercar territory. 0 to 60 miles per hour? Just 2.8 seconds. And if you keep your foot down, this limousine won't stop accelerating until it hits nearly 295 kilometers per hour on the Autobahn. But raw power is only half the story. What's truly impressive is how composed it feels doing it. The 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system manages traction beautifully, no drama, no tire smoke, just relentless forward momentum. The 9-speed transmission delivers power like a tidal wave, smooth yet vicious. Step inside, and you're reminded that this is still an S-Class, perhaps the most luxurious one ever made. The cabin is a masterpiece of technology and craftsmanship. You're surrounded by quilted Nappa leather, polished aluminum accents, and a massive OLED infotainment screen that seems to float off the dash. The ambient lighting glows in 64 customizable colors, responding to drive modes and even music. It's comfort and chaos in perfect balance. But here's where things get interesting. Despite the comfort, you feel everything. The steering has weight, the chassis communicates, and the exhaust note, thanks to a custom-tuned system, roars with authority when pushed. It's not just sound, it's presence. Yet there's always that underlying tension. Can a car this big and luxurious really behave when you unleash nearly 1,000 horsepower? That's the question we're about to answer next, because when we take this S-Class onto the open Autobahn, things get seriously intense. Alright, here we go. We're on the unrestricted stretch of the Autobahn, foot down, full throttle. The S-Class launches with brutal precision. The twin turbos spool up instantly, and before you even realize it, the numbers are climbing fast: 100, 150, 200. 250. 280 kilometers per hour. Inside, it's eerily calm. No rattles, no vibrations, just the faint hum of the V8 and the rush of wind. At 295 kilometers per hour, this car feels planted, almost unshakable. It's like gliding on rails, except those rails are made of sheer power. The steering remains rock solid, the suspension keeps the body perfectly balanced, and even under extreme load, the cabin feels as silent as a studio. It's astonishing. You start to realize this isn't just a performance upgrade. It's a complete transformation of what a luxury sedan can be. The acceleration feels endless, the torque brutal, yet everything is wrapped in this layer of refinement that Mercedes is famous for. It's fast, dangerously fast, but not reckless. And when you ease off, the magic continues. The adaptive suspension relaxes, the exhaust quiets down, and suddenly, you're back in a luxury lounge, cruising effortlessly at highway speeds. That dual personality, that ability to be both a monster and a gentleman, is what makes this car truly special. The most surprising part? It never feels fragile or overworked. Even at the edge of its limits, it's composed, confident, as if it's telling you, I was built for this. And maybe it was. So, is it worth all the madness? Well, that depends on what comes next. Because while this S-Class proves power and poise can coexist, the real question is, does that make it the ultimate luxury sedan, or just the most excessive one ever made? Let's find out. After everything we've seen, the 930 HP Mercedes S-Class isn't just another high-end sedan, it's a statement. It's Mercedes reminding the world that performance and prestige don't have to live separately. This car is proof that even in an age dominated by quiet EVs, there's still room for emotion, drama, and raw mechanical beauty. Let's sum it up. The pros: incredible performance that redefines what a limousine can do. The acceleration is breathtaking, the luxury is world-class, and the balance between speed and sophistication is nearly unmatched. Whether you're behind the wheel or in the back seat, it feels like nothing else on the road. The cons: well, power like this comes at a cost. The fuel economy is laughable, the tires wear quickly, and maintenance isn't for the faint-hearted. It's not a car you buy to save money, it's a car you buy to make a statement. And honestly, for its audience, that's exactly the point. In today's US market, where EVs and hybrids dominate headlines, this S-Class stands as a rare breed, a celebration of internal combustion at its absolute peak. It may not be the future, but it's a glorious reminder of what driving passion feels like before silence takes over the industry. So who's this car really for? It's for the driver who craves control, the one who appreciates craftsmanship but demands chaos at a moment's notice. It's for someone who doesn't just want luxury, they want presence. And that's the beauty of the 930 HP S-Class. It's not just a car, it's an experience. It's speed with grace and power with poise. Now I want to know what you think. Does a car like this still have a place in a world going electric, or is it the last great roar of the gasoline era? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more insane reviews, and share this video with someone who needs to feel the thrill of speed and luxury combined. Because this is what driving legends are made of.